What is up, guys? Today we are going to be going over simple interest with variables, meaning we are going to calculate one variable given the other three. So in our previous video on simple interest, we went over simple interest formulas. I don't like saying that word, as you know, because I think it takes away from the thinking. But anyways, back to the point. We found out that the simple interest, like the total interest, now I'm going to refer to this as the final amount, which I'm going to give it the variable A, and this is the final amount. Final amount, meaning the principal plus the accumulated interest. And this is going to be equal to our principal times by 1 plus our rate times our time. Because our principal times 1 is our principal, and then our principal times rate times time is our accumulated interest. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to work on finding one of these variables given the other three. So if I go down, our first equation over here is a loan was taken on simple interest at a rate of 5% annually. So we have 5% annually. After 5 years, the loan was terminated and the final amount was $7,500. What is the principal on this loan? So if we set up our equation again, A equals our principal times, I want to color code this, but I'll color code this problem, okay? The next one I will not color code. Plus our rate times our time. So we know that the final amount is 7,500, so we can plug that in, 7,500. Now we have it equals, well, we don't know our principal, right? That's what we're trying to find. So we have our principal times 1 plus, now our rate is 5% annually. So that's equal to 0.05 in decimal format. And now if we times this by our time, so times, now our time is 5 years, so times 5. So now doing this, we can get 7,500. Now this from here is a very simple one variable equation, equals P, meaning our principal, right? P times 1 is where the P comes from, plus now 0.05 times 5 is going to be 0.25. So let me just, I'll make that green, I guess. 0.25. Plus P times 0.25, sorry, my bad. P times 0.25. So now we have 7,500. Because the reason why also it's P times 0.25 is because you have P times 0.05 times 5, which is 0.25. So now you have equals 7,500 equals 1.25p. Equals 1.25p. So now you divide 7,500 by 1.25. So let me just whip out my calculator and do that. 7,500 divided by 1.25 is 6,000. So our principal is equal to 6,000. Now we're going to go on to one more problem. I don't think that we'll have time for another one, so 1 is probably all that we're going to get to doing in this video. 2, sorry. A loan was taken on simple interest. Initially, $1,000 was put into the loan. Interest accumulated annually, and after 5 years, the final amount was $5,000. What is the rate of interest? So this time, we're not going to go on with the color coding. So we have 5,000, which is our final amount, equals our principal, which is 1,000. 1,000 times 1, because it's just our principal, plus, now we don't know our rate, so we have our rate times 5. So I can simplify this equation to 5,000 equals 1,000 plus 1,000. Well, it's 1,000 times 5 times r, so I'll just write this as 5,000 times our rate. Now I subtract 1,000 from both sides, I get 4,000 equals 5,000 times our rate. Now we can divide both sides of the equation by 4,000, so dividing by 4,000, dividing by 4,000 gives us, let's do this right, sorry, dividing by 4, wow, my head. Dividing by 5,000 on both sides to isolate the variable r gives us 4,000 over 5,000, 4,000 over 5,000 is 0.8. So our rate equals 0.8%. Yeah, 0.8, which is equal to